my god! What's up, YouTube Nation? I just got back from band practice. It was pretty good. We finished our first song. And I'll spoil the best part of the song for you. It's the part where everything cuts out and then there's like, it's like nothing for 3 beats. And then the snare, like the drummer plays the snare and the sing's like, Ghost! And I can't tell you anything but that. But let me tell you, that one snare and one guy saying ghost in context, best thing you fucking ever heard. Fortunately, you probably want the context, but you have to pay me fat stacks for that by coming to our first gig whenever it happens. Anyway, I have a couple topics I want to talk about. Also, ignore this. I do not. Actually, no, don't ignore this. Ignore this. As in, like, you know, like, ignore, like the classic word that means, pay attention to. Dude, people can use the word ignoramus, like, ignoramus has to be a freaking, like, regular, like, agentive form. Like, fuck teacher, I want teachamus. Fuck ignorer, I want ignoramus. Oh, wait, I have it. So, oof, that's rough. Yeah, we call topics. So, first topic is philosophy. I wanted to talk about, like, what I think a good philosophy would be. Because, like, every time, look, the reason what I think, sorry, because people say things like, I was watching this video, and it was about Giles Deleuze. And there was like this comment, like 2 problems that this video is addressing. It's like, so the narrator is like, now 2 problems, like, well, he's like fucking thinking like 2 fucking problems, mate. That's not English anymore. 2 problems that they want to address with, like, insert concept, and then in the subtitles he's like, 2 problems for philosophers, and it's just like, okay, he's a sociologist and he keeps making these fucking points of like, oh, but like they're only allowed to do sociology, only allowed to be good at philosophy because they're rich, which I already disagree with. But the more important part is like, well, I disagree with it. That's the most important part. But the other thing is like, okay, so you don't need to be rich to be a philosopher. The thing is, like, I don't know why, like, philosophers can't expect to, like, set a standard. Or, as I like to think of it, most of all, is, like, a trend. Because, like, one of the concepts, which I won't go into too much detail about, because I don't want to spoil it, but one of my concepts is, like, well, I guess I don't actually need to make it about that specific concept, because I only need, okay. Just think about, like, setting the standard, right? Like, certain things don't make sense until there's, like, 2 people who are, like, on board with it, right? Like, for example, like, you know, just, like, a game of soccer, right? It's like, oh, like, only one person, like, someone invents soccer, but they're just one person, right? Like, someone had to invent soccer. Maybe it was invented collaboratively, but, like, just anything that's invented, right? There's always this thing where it's like, it doesn't make sense on its own at first. Because it's like an idea with 2 things. Or things progressively get better the more that people, like, the more people are on board with them. And so it's like, yeah, of course, like saying like, oh, this is a problem for philosophers. But like, I think what would be good for philosophy, or what would be good philosophy? What would be a good outcome, but also a goal, because like the outcome would, you know, outcomes can be expected in goals. That's like what goals do, is they like precipitate outcomes. What would be a good goal for philosophy is like to become a trend and then act on the basis of which, because people are like always like, oh, you know, but like, you know, all these philosophers are like fucking, but they're not talking about real issues. Yeah, well, if everyone stopped caring about other things and just cared about philosophy, there would be no fucking real issues, right? Like, oh, he's not talking about gang warfare. Like, bro, okay, well then why don't the gangs, like, you're like, and so like, and it sounds like I'm making a sociological argument. I'm actually not, because I'm not a sociologist. I'm not qualified. What I'm saying is like, it, like, there, like. There's obviously, like, I think what he's referring to, he's, like, ghost referencing. Oh, he's, like, implying, like, oh, then this isn't, like, a social issue. Like, this isn't, like, the fucking people in the street. This is something that people on the street can't care about. Yeah, but, like, okay, but, like, theoretically, if everyone cared about philosophy, then everyone would be reading morality all the time. And then it would be like, okay, yeah, like, it wouldn't feel stupid to behave ethically, I guess. Like, it wouldn't be like, yeah, but, like you could, like, there could be unitary, like, because it's like, okay, yeah, like, someone on the street, right, is still fucking doing something with their time. But the thing is, like, they're fucking doom scrolling Instagram or, like, reading the Bible instead of philosophy, which is, like, I guess, pretty... What am I saying? I've never seen how I'm supposed to read the Bible. I think they just, like, try and write Bible references in the letter to, like, get Christians to, like, care more about them, but, like, Christians should be caring about them even if they're not Christian homeless people. I just see a little, like, biblical, like, quotes on the little signs. Also, I'm saying this, I am a prolific giver to homeless people. I gave a homeless guy, like, $50, like, not even... Oh, this actually was mentioned in my last video. But the reason I mentioned it wasn't because I gave him $50. The reason I mentioned it was because I was wearing a Peta shirt, and he was like, "What is this shirt from?" And then I tried to show him my fucking, like, who Peta was, and it was really funny because it was he was like, "Oh, that looks like one of the Japanese characters," and I think I literally said like, "Oh, she would be glad if she heard you say that," or like I swear I made like an allusion to like how Peta likes anime, or. Like, that's sort of like a headcanon that they use in Promstuck, and Promstuck is canon, as far as I'm concerned. It's better than canon. It's like what canon should have been. Nah. It's better than canon in the sense that it's like, I want them to go through Promstuck more than I want them to go through canon. I want them to have that. Ooh, look at this. Coming together, Vriska. I'm referring to myself. Okay, I'm referring to myself with Vriska. With the term Vriska. Okay. Now we're ready to do orange. This is the most exciting part. See, I used to have red, orange, and yellow paint, all three. But then, something happened. Oh, maybe I'll... This is an oversight, huh? Maybe I'll do a little bit of that action, so it doesn't get tough. Can I get some insane balance? Balancing strats going on? What about that? What if I hook it? That keep it up? Oh, that's good. But I just think this is like literally a thing that is impossible to balance. Let's say circle. At the bottom, I mean. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh! Yes! Holy shit, no red is getting touching the thing. Yeah, I don't know, like, you're meant to use, like, disposable. I use, like, anyway. I used to have a red and a yellow and an orange to have all three. Which is kind of stupid. Like, now that I think about it, like, the person... I went to a paint store, I bought red and yellow. This person works at a paint store, so they know how paints work. And they were like, "Yes, customer, I will buy you the red and the yellow thing and the thing that you can make with the red and yellow thing. You can buy all three of them." Dude, must have thought I was an idiot. But, I used to have an orange one. Let me show you where my orange one is now. Oh, my guitar's not here. Oh, no, it is. I stepped on the orange thing in my room, and it just shot everywhere. And my housemate still has to invoice me for how much money it's going to cost to remove that from the quote. Wait, why am I quoting? I'm the one who said this. I can just say it again. I don't need to quote it. Freaking carpet floor. Like, it was like those floors that are a carpet. which makes sense. Like, which I actually really like because of the Blue Mountains and it was very cozy. It helped me be cozy. It made me cozy. It made cozy. It amounted to being cozy. Okay. So, I want to make sure the red's really. But now I can just combine. But I've never done this before, so it's gonna be scary. So I'm just gonna like try and put the same amount of red. Oh, that was so much. And it's gonna. I'm gonna end up with double that, so it's like what am I doing? If I want to make these, if I want to make it equally yellow and red. But yeah, so my point is like, okay, this is an esoteric problem, but like, what if you have a society that's based on people who care about this problem? It's like, okay, like social issues also are like historical, like they're like, it's not like in all realities, like you have fucking like gun violence, right? So it's like if you're just like, it's not like oh, like only a philosopher would care about this. In a way, and like this is like what fucking half of like Socrates yaps about. In a way, dude. Actually, someone in my band made a Socrates reference, but he said Socrates, which was even better, because he was like, someone was making a joke, like he said like that was a reference to gay sex. Like he made some joke, and it was like funny because it was about gay sex. And then he was like, that was a reference to gay sex, which is just really funny because it was like, it sounded like he meant like it was like some obscure. Like it's like, oh, if you knew all of gay sex, you wouldn't know what I'm talking about. So then I made a joke about that, like it's like, yeah, gay sex like a show, like if you watched all of it, I basically just said what I just said. Is like if you watched all of gay sex, you would understand this. And then he like started making jokes about like gay sex. He's like, yeah, I've watched like season, like I'm up to season 3, but like all that's happened so far is like this Plato and Socrates thing, like they're the first literary example of like talking about homoerotic relations. Which made me happy because I like philosophy and everything talks about it. So that was one way to talk about it, because it's like, yeah, that does happen quite a bit. That is quite a big thing in the symposium. Like not only do they talk about gay sex, it's like that is the problem. Like it's not just an example. They bring up like it's like it's like the difference between gay sex and then other sexes. There were only two back then. There were only two kinds of sex back then. But now we have asexual, which is the best one. We invented being asexual. That would be a fucking philosophical feat. Okay, that's pretty much good. Okay. Yeah, but like the point is, it's like, think about like a society which starts from like the obsession with philosophy, and then go from there. And it's like, yeah, okay, like this doesn't apply to this world, and like the problems. But it's like if it is the, what applies to this world is just what is mass proliferated, right? Like if philosophers talk about like work culture, like that applies to this world. But it's like, but it just applies to this world because people like on en masse, like en space masse, reproduce that. Like they mass reproduce like context of world, like work culture, but like intentionally. So it's like you go like, oh, these philosophers are just talking about whatever they want. Yeah, things that like they're talking about whatever they want, as opposed to things that like have high incidence or like problems that everyone faces. But problems that everyone faces is just like what, like a wantable thing that was reproduced a lot. Like surely someone invented the idea of like being formal at work, or like it's still like there was an idea and then it underwent this like mass proliferation, right? Oh, so good. Just love Vriska. situation. Okay, but seriously, has anyone seen me and Vriska in the same room? Undefeatable argument. But I've seen me and myself in the same room, so maybe that's the counter argument. So I have seen me and Vriska. No. I'm not actually Vriska, but I'm not actually not. Just I love. Okay, this is the fucking. What's it called? Wittgensteinian, like, critique of, G.E. Moore. Because G.E. Moore's like, oh, Kant's so stupid, like, I know here's one hand, here's another hand, I now know proof of an external world. But, like, the Wittgenstein's point is, like, it doesn't, like, insofar as it doesn't make sense to doubt something. Like, because G.E. Moore's counter-argument is, like, it doesn't make sense to doubt the external world. And then Wittgenstein's like, insofar as it doesn't make sense to doubt it, it also doesn't make sense to prove that you know it. To know that it exists. Because to know just means, like, to be certain that you aren't wrong. Right? And so when you say something like to like be like what do you say? It's like it's ridiculous to try and be skeptical. Like if you say it's ridiculous to be skeptical about the external world, which I think is G.E. Moore's point. I actually read the entire thing, but it was so like insanely bad faith. Like he just kept like talking like he just talked about syllogisms the whole time. Like like we need to know what a fucking syllogism is when we're talking about skepticism. Like, oh, well, this is a well-formed argument. It is a well-formed argument, and then talking about syllogisms, like, again. And just, like talking about, like, basic argumentative things where it's, like, no, the actual interesting thing is, like, what if, like, perception of the body is, like, not actually in the body, or some shit like that. But it's, like, the thing, the Wittgenstein's point is, like, Wittgenstein, bro, holy fucking shit, dude. I actually am learning German now, so I can't be, like, caught fucking mispronouncing Wissenschaft and shit. Okay, oh, wait. Are there any other, like, Germanified Wittgenstein? No. Like, there's no other Germanifications that I have to worry about. Oh, this is why I, like, the first time I did this, I, like, waited for the red to dry before I applied the That's, like, not gonna be a problem there. I just gotta do, like, everything just before the scene. And then when I get to the scene, it's, like, kind of fine if the red gets in. But yeah, as I was saying, like, I hate waiting. I don't like waiting. I just want to It's not even that. Like, I am in a rush. This is the thing with me, is that I'm always like, I use being in a rush as like an excuse. And so I'm like on guard against it. Like, oh, I want to stop doing this homework because I want to like not be late to band practice. And then I'm like, oh, fuck you. You're just trying to like avoid doing homework. You lazy fuck. And like, because it's like, it is intrinsically easier to just be walking somewhere or going somewhere than it is to be doing homework. And it's like, you're trying to, but then like, it actually leads to me being like the most fucking negligent fucker ever. But not because I'm like, actually negligent, just because like, I'm antagonizing myself and being like, you wish that band practice, you were gonna be late to band practice, so that you could like, oh, we're getting the sauce. Ooh, that's that candy corn, dude. That's that famous candy corn. Actually, well, I guess something car cats. I mean, not car cats. And emasculate me in front of my whole team. Yeah, that's kind of like what Riska does, dude. That's what they do. Okay. Oh, sheesh. That's good. That's the good shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Look at this, I'm jewel wielding. Look at the red here. And the left. Anyway. Yeah, it's like the like Wittgenstein's Vishkins. Fuck it. Okay. He's gonna argue it's like, well then, but then if you think it's ridiculous to doubt it, then it's equally ridiculous to be certain about it. Because just being certain about something means you know that it's not like you know that's not wrong, and like it's like a bad thing. Because it's like. G. Moore is trying to be like, there's no need to doubt this because it's like common sense. Oh, he's like, oh, it's like, yeah, it's like, why would you doubt this when people just like act on the, like, you know, people act every day on the basis that, like, well, they don't, like people go about their lives and like, you know, they're not affected by whether or not, like, you know, the solipsistic question, right? And so Wittgenstein's like, yeah, but then like, why would you go out of your, like, if you think it's so stupid to ask the question, then is it equally stupid to try and like prove that it's wrong? If you're just like, you know, if your reason for it being stupid is like, you know, I can see my hand and I can like do this every day. It's like, I don't know. I didn't actually read the Wittgenstein thing because he kept like talking about language games, and then I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'll just like put that one on the fucking list. Although I need to get, like, read faster, because I can't be putting all these, like, good books on the fucking list and then, like, spend all day reading fucking, like, the same passage of Aristotle's physics over and over again. Like, I need to be faster. It's kind of a weird thing to worry about when you're like learning something for the first time. Like, I need to be faster at learning this, but it is true, and speed is one of the most important. No, that one was significantly less. Oh, that's the part was significantly less red. Okay, fuck that. That was just like the most trippy thing. Why do I not even have fucking water, dude? Wait, was it? Yeah, it was. Oh, that looks orange. No. It looks genuinely orange. It looks orange. Give me the water! I can't even see where the orange blood is. Probably not noticed. If it's not noticed, then... Is that it? Where is it? Worst comes to worst, when it dries, I just go... No, it's that. Is it? That's pretty bad. Yeah, so I was just like, okay, like, like, for example, like, what, I don't know. You know, farmers, theoretically, like, yeah, there are some things that are, like, in all worlds, this would be necessary, like, you know, like a philosophy of farming is always going to be relevant. But it's like sociology, you know, like, just because you're, like, you get to, like, care about, you know, particular things that are, like, this is why, like, I really just, like, didn't, like, I used to really like Kendrick Lamar, like, not really, and I still do, like, I like, Sing About Me I'm Dying of Thirst is awesome, and it's actually for the same reason why I don't like a lot of, like, it's awesome because it is different, it's just extremely, like, particular, and I thought that it was, like, kind of, the way it, like, goes on for way too long, like, it really does just feel like some guy's, like, ranting into his voice memo. It's just, like, really cool like that. I always remember, like, when I was in high school, I made a presentation about it, but I used the Loveless album cover as the background of the presentation. Like the background image. Okay, I have exhausted my thing. But yeah, like, oh, it's still a weird point. It's like, yeah, but like, farmers could care. I mean, what was the point that the losers making? It's like, you know, it's like, oh, philosophy's not important to, like, farmers, you know, you're so, like, undown to earth. But, it could be. Like, it's not like, you know, like, okay, what if farmers like it in respect to a fandom? Like, you know, it's like, oh, why are you writing Homestead? Like, farmers don't care about this. What if, like, farmers fucking want to farm while they're, like, RPing Homestuck? Like, they just farm as if, like, there's literally, like, a Dichikajin video where it's, like, fucking, like, Solix and Carcat, like, cleaning leaves. Like, okay, why is that not, like, able to be what work culture is? Or, like, why is it farm, like, what is essential? What is essentially stopping? Like, what is essentially, like, impossible about, like, farmers, or, like, work culture just being, like, platonic dialogues? Like, you know, you go to work, and then, like, every conversation you have outside of, like, what needs to be talked about, you know, re the job, it's just a platonic dialogue. Like, just talking about philosophy. Like, it's like, there's nothing, like, that, you know, oh, there's a little bit of fucking... Clean! Clean! Get clean! Get clean! No! Okay. Yeah, which is what I was trying to say. It's like, why I think philosophy should be kind of like a cultural thing. Like, it should be like a fandom thing. Right? Because it's like, oh, emo music, like, oh, this is the thing that emos care about. But if everyone's an emo, then it's the thing that everyone cares about. It's just like everyone is like a normal person, and so like the only thing that, like, sociologists are like, oh, this is so abstract. No normal people care about this. It's like, okay, yeah, because everyone's a fucking normal person. Like, you know, there are periods, there are epochs where, like, I think, well, actually, I don't need to prove this historically at all, so I'm just not going to. Like, but it's just like, what I'm trying to say is like, yeah, like, insofar as everyone is normal, then yeah, like, these philosophers are talking about something that's irrelevant. But, like, why would you exclude the possibility of, like, there being people who want this to be relevant, or want this to become relevant to them, or want to make this relevant to them? Like, and that's why I think, like, philosophy as a fandom thing. But fandom, which is, like, always, like, I swear, it's just, like, like this, like, question, like, this ever-asking question, like, what if I went to school in cosplay? What if I went to work in cosplay? And it's like, yeah, like, that doesn't make sense, or it's, like, irrelevant, or something like that. Like, there's, like, you know, like, you can just say lots of things about that, or it's, like, but it's, like, never necessary, and it's, like, it could be conventional. Like, it's, like, capable of being conventional. Like, it's not that disruptive that it couldn't be conventional, you know? It's not even disruptive. In fact, it could be even cool. Like, I can totally, like, I've always thought about this. Like, making, like, you could just so easily make your fucking McDonald's shop, like, a landmark. Just by running it weirdly. But, this reminds me of, like, my full theory of economics, like, kind of intense. But, yeah, I guess I've said enough about that, which is just, like, okay, like, yeah, it's not relevant, but, like, it could become a condition. It could become, like, something that applies to everyone. Like, oh, it's, like, my favorite argument where it's, like, you know, there are people, like, involved... Like, okay, like, just think of, like, a homeless person, right? Like, they can just have a guitar, and, like, their playing guitar makes the situation better. You didn't solve homelessness, but you made this situation completely better. On terms that are just entirely unrelated to being homeless. Like, it just has nothing to do with being homeless. Like, playing guitar. Like, music and homelessness are just not the same kind of... but you can solve problems just by like swapping what you care about, really, or like just caring about something over the top of them. And so they're solved in terms of like that have nothing to do with the actual problem. But it's like that's also like the power it has to solve the problem, is that it's just completely like freaking perpendicular to the problem. Or does that make sense? Like it's just parallel. Like no, it doesn't have any intersection with the problem, which is why it's so good at like solving problems, because it just gets you away from it, kind of. And like obviously there's not like a permanent solution, but for some things it is. Like I swear, like there are all these people like I knew in high school. It's like, dude, if you just had a fucking hobby, or like I have this friend who like, I don't know. I need to say this so it's not obvious which friend it is. But okay, I'm not even gonna say what like he went through, but it's just like, if you, I have this other friend where it's not as embarrassing. Like he was kind of more vulnerable. Just people who like I was talking to this guy. In fact, this is actually such a cool story. I'm just gonna like retell that story. I was like going home on the bus, and this freaking dude. I know this dude. I know him. He's all like in this bitch, like he's my friend's friend. And we'd actually seen each other again recently at like my friend's birthday party. And like I saw him, and he was going on the bus. No, he was like I saw him at like the lights, and he was on like a phone call with his headphones, and he had two headphones. And so we started talking to him, and we were just talking for a while. And like I don't know, like I just have like the insane charisma or something, and I just managed to make it about like something extremely personal, which was like girl problems for him. Right, like we're talking about his girl problems, and then he was like, "Oh, by the way, like," or maybe it was like, maybe it was more like I asked him what he was talking. No, he wasn't. Was he already talking? No, I think he was already talking to this guy. I don't know. I can't remember. I must have been like, what is something that people always tell you? I think that might have been my question. Like, what are something that people always are like trying to convince you on, but you don't know? No, that wasn't my question. Anyway, the point is that this guy's just like, we're just talking about like girl problems. Not my girl problems. I have no girl problems. I have all the girl, no, solutions actually isn't the opposite of a problem. Because like, the solution is just a negation of the problem, but it's not like it's not like a twin. Like, it's not like this other thing that is like parallel to the problem. Like, it's more like just the opposite of a problem is just like a spontaneous thing, but it's like effortless, and it like just works the way you expect it to. Maybe. Ooh. Ooh, so yellow. So homestuck. Lad. Oh! That's a risky one. If I've ever seen one. And let me tell you, I have. I'm doing so many things at once, as usual. Isn't the soundtrack great though? People just watch these videos for the soundtrack. Love can't even handle me right now. I love that song. That song is another is an example of like what I would consider good songwriting. I kind of like came up with a definition of good songwriting, which is like every a song which is only about, it's like the topics are like coordinated. It's about something, and it's like only that song could be about it, and like that actually follows that. It was actually criteria for good lyrics, which is like it's like whatever makes this song seem like it's like covering a thing that nothing else has covered, which is kind of like an obvious definition. Like, just don't make it the same as anything else. I think it was like, I'm not gonna defend whether or not it's a good definition. Actually, the thing I want to say though is like Club Can't Handle Me right now fits that to a T, because it's actually about like. I swear he talks about zoning out like twice, and it's just trying to like describe this like one kind of moment that happens, where you just transcend, like you're so in the zone, or rather, like ironically in this situation, you're so zoned out that you transcend everyone around you, but you don't do it by being better at what they're good at. You do it by just completely transcending them, but like not being better at them at what they're doing, like not getting to a higher level than they are at the like main event, but just like becoming like an event onto yourself and like just doing something in a completely different like category. And this song is like about that. Like it's literally like when I zone out, the club can't even handle me right now. Like watching me as I zone out is such a weird like. It's like he so clearly had like this one idea that he was trying to explain, and he has this like really like philosopher like turn of phrase, like this little like sentence, like watching me as I zone out, like watching me as I zone. It's so like it's like a mouthful, and it's like what are you actually fucking talking about? But like it's like the idea of like can you can see that, right? Like you can see like you're like getting so into it, and it's like, and you're at the club, and it's like almost like this. You are the quiet beat drum, like you are the quietness that like you're in this like meditative state, and so like even though like the club is about getting hype, in a way it's like actually just trying to find this like just like utter peace in the like you know the like festive communality. And like somehow this guy like zoning out, which is a very quiet thing to do, like becomes the epicenter. But like he's like watching them, like I know this is not like specifically textual. It's just like it reminds me of like things where this has happened, where it's like you're entering that state, and it's like watching me. It's like a fucking, you know, like you're not gonna be able to watch the like, you know, like watching me. It's so good. It's like, because it reminds. I think what I think about when I think of this is like, if there's a phenomena where like, it's pretty like much objective, then it's like watching me like doesn't make sense. Like you know, like I'm watching you, like it's also like imagine this as like I'm observing you observing that 2 + 2 = 5. It's like no, like there's no difference between the way you observe. Wait, did I just say 2 + 2 = 5? It's because like 2 + 2 = 5. I like just usage, like pure like incidence of saying things. 2 + 2 = 5. People probably say 2 + 2 = 5 in the world. Like, I guess because 2 + 2 = 4 is like also a really popular like little phrase. Maybe they. But the thing is like 2 + 2 = 5 is competing with 1 + 1 = 2. Whereas like 2 + 2, so 2 + 2 = 4 is competing with 1 + 1 = 2. In terms of usage, because they're used in the same like sort of like idiom, like they're used like, oh, this is extremely low, so like basic one plus, put 2 and 2 together. No, 2 and 2 together is like a huge phrase, but 2 + 2 = 5 is like the classic like example of like, you know, 1984 like authority controlling knowledge type shebang. The flow can even handle me right. Woo! Okay, where am I am so confused as to what I was just talking about. I literally forgot. Like before the 2 + 2 = 5. Yes. Okay, club can't even handle me right now. Yeah. So it's like watching me, like, so obviously what when I hear watching me, it's like what you're commenting at is like you're talking about a differential in perception, like between two observers. Like you're talking about an observation differential. Because like otherwise you just say watching me. Or like, even though it doesn't really make sense to say you're watching yourself, like, or like watching myself zone out, yeah. Or you don't have to be, because the differential could always be just like, oh, you're talking about two characters in a story, so like, even if they're observing the same thing, like, if you want to talk about the other character's observation of it, you just have to say watching me, so then that wouldn't be a consideration. But like, what comes to mind for me is just like this idea of like, he's like, they have this like frame of connection, they have this like point of connection, but like they're both going in opposite directions, where like, she's more and more like becoming aware of him, and he's more and more like becoming unaware of himself, and it's like this last moment where they both are like converging on the same, like they're both still like, he's not zoned out enough to like not even be able to notice her. This is always the problem with fucking Riskahorn. I remember this from like the last time I made a Riskahorn. How fucking much of a bitch this awesome fucking like thing, and the thing that's just in common with Kanaya. Oh my god, Kanaya, sweet. I love Kanaya so much. Kanaya is just like so nice, like just like nice in every sense of the nice. The nice, the full nice. Oh no, we got drippy. Because like before, like I had a bit of like yellow and like leaked. Noticing it, because yellow water, it's like water is the problem. I think I'm undoing all the cool stuff I did with the spackle as I like paint over this. But maybe spackle just isn't fucking like a liquid or anything. So this is gonna happen. It was cool though, I like this. I like doing the spackle thing. I think it does something. I hope it doesn't. I hope it's not all, it doesn't all get cancelled out. I'm so glad we're doing this now that I'm not like in a rush before the time. That would be really sharp. Like I did this ones and this one. Oh! Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Alright, this video is 42 minutes long. What else is there to say? Yeah, so it's like it just strikes me as like he's fading away and like watching him, but he knows that like if he zones out, like it's like this perfect loop. It's like so fucking philosophical. It's like if he zones out, then he can't be watching him because he's zoned out. But then if she like, so it's like he's gonna change and like watching me, like I just take that as like she's beginning to watch him now. Like, cause watching me, like, it can mean like you're currently watching someone. In fact, maybe that's what he meant. But I imagine it as like she only notices, and like, this is actually a fair interpretation, because like she only notices him when he starts to zone out, which makes sense because it's like that's when the club can't handle him right now. Like that's when he becomes like, you know, president hand to the club. That was the greatest. That was like my fucking best so far. Like combo between like 2008 and philosophy, other than just like everything I've ever written about Fall Out Boy, which is like nothing to the public currently. But like yeah, fucking yeah, he's like he only becomes like a problem for the club when they can't handle him right now, right? And so like I'm like, oh, so like she's watching him insofar as he's zoning out, right? Which is fascinating because it's like his self-awareness will never will like proportionately non-correspond. Like the more he's aware of himself, the less she's aware of him. It's kind of like this fucking thing that comes up in physics all the time, where you have like these two variables and there's like this diagonal of equality, right? Like if you have infinite, well actually you can't have infinite. Like okay, let's say you have like 100, like 100 to 1 equals the same, like or what, like 99 of one thing and 1 of one thing equals the same as 50 of one thing and 50 of another thing. Like it's called like something like their product is what matters basically. But it's like if you have like, so theoretically like, you know, you could have a thing going at really slow speed, but if it's really heavy, then it has the same momentum as something really light and going really smoothly. It's the same as that, where it's like, you could have like if he has a lot of self-awareness, she has a little bit. If she has a lot of awareness of him, he has a little bit. And it's like this, like, you know, watching me as I zone out. And so it just like all amounts to these like really good descriptions of like this like single moment that happens at a club. Like it's the sole account of what it feels like for that to happen. And the music is like the perfect music that would go with that. So it's just kind of a genius song in the respect that it like fulfills what I think a song should do, which is like be a moment, like be a thing. Like describe one thing really so specifically that it couldn't be anywhere else. It's meant to be like a place, like it's meant to be a, like it's like, you know, like it's meant to be a landmark, basically, is the better way. And look, we're done. Damn me if you look like this.